Hello, Tim.
How you fucking doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. This is just gonna be a duo episode.
Like the good old days.
The OG first episode.
Yeah.
Robert is
home.
Yeah, home. And Blake is gone.
Home. Yep.
Yeah, everyone's home. When does Robert come back? Does Robert come back
He
tomorrow?
said he might not come back.
At all?
Yeah. He's got his vaccine appointment, and I was like, it's on Thursday, so I can't imagine he'd come back before Thursday. If he came back tomorrow, we could have just recorded this tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if he's going back. This week's a very special holiday, Josh.
What is it?
Guess what days it's Tuesday.
Oh, 420. I had to think about it. 420. There's also an Apple conference, and since I got my new phone, I think it's rumored that they're gonna release the AirPod 3s that day. They're gonna show them and release them. Yeah.
Bro, the AirPod 3s.
It's like the ones you have, the Pros.
Yeah.
Except no like rubbery bit, which is what
yeah.
Because I can't stand that rubbery bit.
You know, if I ever get the inclination, I'll probably at some point get them.
Yeah, I hate that piece because it just falls out my ears.
Yeah, my ears get real soggy, and then it just kind of dribbles out. At work, that's the only thing. Like, I keep it under my gaiter so nobody can see that I'm listening to things, and I'll just click it in my ear, and people must think like I have some really gross ears because I just be like just jamming it in there.
The ears. Yeah, my AirPods suck. I'm always keeping them at like max volume because it doesn't produce sound.
See, my original AirPods, I had a pair of like the OG ones, and they just would never. Whenever I would go to pair the left one, it would have to have the right one in.
Yeah, mine does the same thing. Like
work. If
I put my right one in before the left one, the right one will only have audio, and the left one won't. So then I have to take them out, put the left one in, then the right one in, and then it'll sync up. And the mic sucks on it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The mics are horrific on both of them. On my Pros, it sounds just as bad because you can hear it on Xbox.
Yeah, it's true. It's not that bad though. Your audio quality is good, but I don't think you could hear us.
Yeah. We should have recorded this podcast with AirPod mics.
I don't think that would sound very good. That would be a cursed episode. Like
last episode where you could hear the fucking dehumidifier the whole time, even though the mic said it wasn't picking it up.
Yeah, that was cursed. What's more cursed is the amount of views it got on YouTube.
How many?
I think it was like 13 or something.
Bro,
13 or 14.
Going up. We peaked.
No, that was
episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2 peaked at like 60, and then last one hit 13. And I was like, F.
Yeah, that's tough. I didn't pay attention to it. That was the first one I haven't listened to, and I don't know why I didn't listen to it. I listened to about half of it.
Yeah, I checked.
Bro, it's at 14.
What's at 14?
The views.
Oh, the views. I would check it for the first 3 days, and then I just let it be. I think on Anchor, we got I think it's a total of 13 cents right now from running the beginning ad.
Look at that. Nobody's gonna be able to stop it.
And it caps out at $15. $15 per month maybe. Well, depending on listenership. So I don't even know.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. It's a free $15, but we're never gonna hit $15. You need a certain amount of listeners, probably 1,000 at least. To get 15. And I think it's on the analytics it said active listeners, and then it said 6.
I think there's I was gonna say I think there's about 8 core listeners who listen to every podcast, and it's 4 of them live in this apartment. In our
probably
podcast.
I look in the age range though, because it shows all the analytics, and there was 13% of listeners was on this one website that I'd never heard of. And then another one, the female to male ratio isn't that crazy. It's 60 male, 40 female.
Bro,
which is crazy. I don't even
potential girlfriend.
Bro. But then the age range, the highest age range is 26 to 34. What the hell? Unless someone puts their age in deliberately older. That's the only way I would think.
Your brother's out here scuffing his age.
Well, it shows stuff like 0 to 14
Yeah.
and then like 16 to whatever. That's what I don't know. It is what it is.
This
Honestly, don't
candle
care.
sucks. It
Yeah.
really has no smell. Like, it smells
smells-
so good, but when it burns, it has no smell.
It needs like a little fan that blows it to make it more intense or something.
This one is intense. The
I know
mint one.
the mint peppermint one. That one.
That
goes
one, bitch,
bonkers.
that smells good, and you hate it. You think
I
it
don't
smells like
hate it.
Pepto-Bismol.
It just when I come out here and smell it, I'm like, oh my god, because I used to drink. Well, you know, I didn't casually drink it, but whenever my stomach hurt as a kid, I'd drink that bubblegum Pepto-Bismol, and that just tasted awful. And I think I wanted to like vomit every single time.
Josh just drinks gallons of Pepto-Bismol on his off time.
It's what I do. Whenever I'm thirsty, I just crack open a fresh bottle of Pepto, down it, and my immune system loves it.
I feel like I remember Pepto-Bismol not tasting too bad.
I couldn't stand it.
Oh, really?
Like,
It was just chalky. I remember it being
It wasn't
chalky.
even the chalk. It was just the flavor of it. Just that like artificial bubblegum flavor.
Yum.
I can't stand it. Even like smelling it makes me want to gag. And just bad memories.
I never took Pepto-Bismol that much. I was a Tums boy.
Tums.
Even though Tums would never cure anything. Tums is garbage.
It's literally like just
It's
candy.
an antacid, yeah. It's an antacid. It doesn't actually settle your stomach. And my parents were just like, here, take a Tums. And I was like, what the fuck?
Problem solved. Bro, just drink some water.
Just put some ice on it.
That's what we do. I remember when I broke my arm in elementary school, they put me in a wheelchair. Like, as if I couldn't walk. I was, like, laying on the bed, because I broke it, and then I got sent to the clinic, and then, you know, they do the classic, here's a cup of water, then you sit on, like, the weird lounge bed looking thing that every elementary school has. And then I went from that to, like, sitting in a chair to sitting in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
and it was just really weird.
Bro, so my dogs got cut today, their haircut.
Haircut?
This is so sad.
Bro, you don't like that?
It's okay, but this one,
I like
this
it to be
one
shorter.
is rough.
How's that rough?
Yeah, she looked so pretty before. She already had short ass hair.
I like dogs with short hair.
They
'Cause when
look like
they're,
poodles now.
When they, especially in like the muzzle,
Yeah.
they get water in it, and then you try to pet them or they lick you, and
Oh,
it's
and
all
the best
it's
part
always
is
like wet. and
my dogs,
gross.
for a long time, ate pumpkin, and so their face would just be dyed orange.
Ugh, pumpkin. Why would you feed your dogs pumpkin?
Because it helps like if they have loose shit.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. All like the because that's really fibrous.
Yeah. So we just gave them legit raw pumpkin.
I bet they liked it.
They did. Well, at first they didn't like it, and then they liked it because it wasn't their food. So.
Yeah, my dog, she will eat anything. She tried to
Ass.
probably honestly. She's tried to eat poop before. Like, you know, I'll be walking her and she rears off and, you know.
Oh, one of my
smells
dogs
something.
does. One of my
Yeah.
dogs loves shit. She seeks
It's
it
so
out.
cursed. My the dog. One time she was on our pool patio, and she was just walking around, and there was a lizard, and she's older, so she lost some of her teeth, and she got it, but she couldn't like chew it, so she was like gumming the poor thing to death, and we were chasing her around and around the pool because she wouldn't let us grab her. And then the little, you know, tail is sticking out of the dog's mouth.
Ugh.
And it's just like, oh my god, that poor lizard was just being like crushed by like sofas, you know? There was no teeth. It was just like squishing it.
Gums.
It was so bad.
So do you feed your dog like wet food?
No, we feed her like normal kibble. She could eat that fine. But I mean, you know, it's a lizard.
Oh, it's her front teeth.
She doesn't have like her back teeth. It's weird. She got like half of her teeth removed, so she has like some on one side and then like none on the other. She has like she has both top canines, but she's missing like one or both of the bottom ones.
That's
so
a
she
slow,
looks like
painful
she
death
looks like
for
a
that lizard.
yeah, exactly.
That
I
is
felt so bad for
horrible.
the lizard because that thing was just in pure agony for like the 5 minutes we chased it around until she finally swallowed it. And then later that night, she threw it up on my parents' bed. because
Yeah.
you know. You
I
can't
remember as a kid one day we murdered a bird.
a bird.
With
Damn, that's intense.
Yeah, a bird, bro, a whole bird.
Like, what was it? Like a pigeon?
So no, it was like one of those like blackbirds that we have, not a crow, but like the grayish
like a little
bird.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So basically, what happened were these kids, my friends, were chasing this bird around their house because it was pecking at a pipe.
Oh, gotcha.
One of them didn't realize there was an exposed pipe, and as he was chasing it, tripped over that pipe and it burst.
The kid?
Yeah, the kid did.
Okay.
They got grounded, and then
They
there's a bird.
suck revenge.
A few weeks later, there's a bird that looks identical, and it's almost like there's not thousands of these birds by the house.
Yeah, those, especially in Florida, those kind of birds are literally everywhere.
And so he goes, "That's the bird that I was chasing," and I was like, "You sure?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so it's kind of stuck in this tree, in this bush, and I was like, "So what do we do?" And he's like, "I was like, I have Nerf guns." He goes,
Shoot it with a
"Okay."
Nerf gun.
So my 4-year-old cousin, me, and my 2 friends, a couple of them get sticks, and then me and my friend have automatic Nerf guns. So the first thing we do is
Fully automatic.
just like
Light it
blast
up.
this poor bird, and this bird is trying to get away. And then it ended up dying because it took us about 40 minutes to kill this bird.
Damn, it probably died of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Or like a heart attack.
It was already injured, like it couldn't fly, and that's why it was stuck in the bush.
Oh.
So it probably would have died anyways, but...
Could have been an old bird.
Yeah. And then I was like, we can't just leave this dead bird on the side of my house because my dog will eat it. So we put it in a shoebox, and then I chucked the shoebox into the woods.
I remember the only time I really killed an animal was like, you know, the little lizards, like the one my dog ate.
Oh,
you know, just they're all over Florida, especially in like bushes and grasses, wherever. And I remember we killed it, and then I felt so bad after killing it. I dug a little hole and I buried it, and I was like, "I'm sorry, little guy."
Bro, I gave my bird the send off.
Yeah, you sent that thing on one last flight.
Dude, I threw it and the funniest part was a couple other friends came over, and I knew it was a bad thing I was doing. So I was like, "We're gonna play manhunt. Go count to 100." And this is when I found the box and chucked it because I was so scared that they were gonna tell on me
For killing a bird.
Yeah, and my dad, I probably would have got in trouble. My parents
so?
would have been like, "You can't murder birds."
I don't know. Like, if my parents found out I killed a bird, they'd probably just be like, "Don't do that again." I don't know if I'd get in trouble.
I think I'd get in trouble, especially because I had my 4-year-old cousin with me.
Yeah,
I think
that's
the
a little
kicker.
worse.
Yeah, he. I wonder if he remembers it. I always want to ask him, but I'm always too scared to ask him because
You're old now.
he's very shy. He's a very shy kid, and I just don't want him to be like, "We killed a bird," and just like break down and have like.
You just say, "Remember that one time we were like shooting Nerf guns at that one bird?" And then see if he remembers. And if he says no, you said, "Oh, it's just a good memory," and then just like walk away from it.
Yeah, when we were trying to murder a bird.
Yeah, you gotta like keep it subtle so there's a little there's stuff left to the unknown.
So I mean, we got our revenge. No other birds were harmed. I remember one time those same kind of birds, they nested in a tree of ours, and it was a short tree. And I remember one summer day after a rain, so all the worms are in the gutters.
Oh yeah, I remember that as a
up
kid.
A worm and fed the bird, and all of a sudden, or fed a baby one, and all of a sudden a giant bird comes out of nowhere, and I start running. And I used to have, I filmed it all on my sister's like camera that she got, and all you hear is me go, "Jesus Christ!" And I start sprinting away, my little fat self. It was so funny. If we could find the camera, I bet it's still on there.
I remember as a kid, you know, you go outside after like a evening shower or afternoon shower, and there'd be worms literally everywhere.
Yep.
And you could just pick them up, and I don't even know.
When you said
It's
evening
weird.
shower, I was like, why are there worms in your shower? But then I got it.
Bro, don't you know I was homeless? The shower is outside.
Bro, I pee outside.
Nature's shower.
This is the second day in a row I've clocked out and then had to do work after I clocked out. I feel like that's
Why would you
illegal.
ever do that? It is technically illegal.
Well, the first time I clocked out, and they were like, "You can't leave," and I was like, Huh?
Just leave anyway.
And they said, we're missing a TC. So I had to go around. That's the little like things that you scan to check if you have the item.
You should have clocked back in.
I should. It won't let me. The system doesn't let you if it's not in a certain time range of when you're supposed to be there. So that's the first time. And then today I'm leaving, and this guy's trying to load a grill into his car, and my boss is there, and she's like, "Can you help me get this?" And I was like, "I guess." But, like, I shouldn't have done that, because if I would have got injured,
I would be off the job.
Yep.
Yeah, that could have been bad. Imagine you throwing out your back and you couldn't, like, you wouldn't get, what is it, paid time off?
Bro,
I throw
it back.
Tim really throws it back, especially in his sporting goods store.
Yes. Today we killed a cricket.
Really?
It was just there, and my friend had a dolly, and I went, "Bro, what if you ran over the cricket?" And he's like, I didn't think he'd actually do it, and then the cricket stuck to the wheel as it rolled.
Have you ever ran over an animal before, like with their car?
A squirrel. And my girlfriend got real mad.
I think you told me that before. I've ran over...
I hit an owl, too.
An owl? That's intense, bro. Those are like endangered.
Okay, this is... So, it wasn't really my fault. So, the owl was on the side of the... other side of the... Not the road, but like... in the other lane.
Yeah.
And I'm like in my lane, and the owl, as long as it doesn't move, isn't going to get hit. This owl, it's late at night too, so I'm very tired.
How late? Like midnight?
11 or midnight, yeah. And this owl is starts to fly, and I'm like, okay, it's going to go the other way and get away. But it starts flying towards my car, and I'm like, and then it's like over my car, and I'm like, okay, it's gone. And then all I hear next to me is my like, backwards mirror just go doom, and the bird hit the mirror, I guess, flew up, and then shit everywhere, and there was shit all over my car.
That happens like when animals die or something, they just shit themselves.
It didn't die though. I saw it after.
Really?
And it was chilling.
Sometimes they might have like
it's a hardy ass bird.
Could have like hemorrhaged and died a little bit later.
Yeah, and then I killed a squirrel, and my girlfriend was so pissed. But I didn't. She still thinks I meant to kill it, and I was like, I didn't mean to kill the squirrel.
Yeah, the only time I've hit stuff was I've hit, I think, 2 raccoons and 1 armadillo.
Ooh, armadillos are rough for the car.
Everything was in my old car, and the armadillo, I remember hitting it, and then I heard like I looked behind me and I saw it jumping, because when they get hit or something, they jump really high into the air. That's why, like, whenever you run over an armadillo, sometimes you get undercarriage damage because they jump and they'll dent it or ding it up.
Yeah, armadillos are a problem.
Yeah, I did that once, and then one time I hit a raccoon, and it was near Tierra del Sol. You know what that is? Yeah. There's like, when you go past it, what's the other neighborhood?
Asbel?
Yeah, when you go past Asbel, there's like a tri-road there, and it was going towards the Asbel neighborhood, and it was late at night. It was after SAT tutoring.
Oof.
And it was, I think it already got hit by a car, like, in front of me, and I didn't see it. So, because it wasn't moving, but it was still, like, twitching and stuff. Like, maybe, like, maybe it was
doing
like
its death rattle.
Yeah, it was like maybe it broke a leg, and it was just buzzing out. But I hit it, but I swerved enough to where I clipped it with my tire. I didn't, like, fully go under it. But when I got home, there was hairs stuck in, like, the...
Oof, yeah.
What do you call it?
The grill?
Not the grill, the...
The light?
No, the wheel. What are the things on the wheels? They call hubcap.
Oh, yeah.
There's wheels stuck in between the tire and the hubcap.
There was wheels stuck in between there?
The hairs. And... it might have only been 2 animals, not two raccoons and 1 armadillo. It might have just been 1 armadillo and 1 raccoon.
I almost hit a deer a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's got to be scary.
Well, the problem is not... Because I'm not afraid I'm going to kill the deer. Because most of the time the deer is fine.
They get up,
but
you'll
they dent
destroy
the hell out of
your car. And if, like, you take it out bad, it could roll up and break your windshield, and it could even kill you sometimes.
Yeah, they're no joke.
I've seen a Mythbusters episode where they make like a fake moose, and it's like the myth of if you ever hit a moose, like, you'll die, because like when you're driving like a sedan, you hit it, you'll take out its legs, but the upper
Mhm.
body doesn't move, so it just like smushes the entire top of the car, and it like it was, what do they call it, confirmed in the show,
Mhm.
because they made like a fake one, and they had a dummy in the car, and it completely destroyed the car. It was crazy. I don't even know. There's no mooses in Florida, or moose. There's no
Meese.
plural of moose. Meese.
But today I was saying, we were talking about things like that can take an airplane down, because one of my friends is going into the Air Force, and he goes, you can, like, if you're in the air and you hit a bird, you're fine. Because I was saying, if I was stuck, I was saying if I was stuck in like the middle of the desert, let's say, and I see a plane and I shoot a flare, A, will the plane be able to see the flare? B, what happens if I hit the plane with the flare, even though it's definitely not going that high? And C, what happens if it goes inside like the turbine? And they
not all planes have turbines.
Yeah.
Some have propellers. Only like the big commercial ones have turbines.
So he said if it went in the turbine, it'd probably catch it on fire and like bring the plane down.
Yeah.
He said it probably wouldn't see the flare if it was at like 40,000 feet, because a flare only goes up to like 2,000. And then he said most planes can like withstand, birds or geese. And I said, what if it hits a geese? And then I was like, wait a minute. There's no such thing as a geese.
A geese. Yeah, I watched. There's a lot of movies like the one where the guy landed in the it's
Sully?
on real life. Yeah, Sully. They hit the birds and destroys the turbines.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure if like as long as you didn't hit the windshield with like a fighter jet, because those don't have turbines. They just have the they might have turbines, but they're inside.
Yeah.
They have like the jet propulsion system. And I don't know, maybe a bird would take out a propeller, but then you could just glide down.
Yeah.
Or at least try. I'm not a plane expert at all.
I'm not a plainsman.
I'm not a plainsman. I thought about joining the Air Force, thinking it'd be cool to like fly planes or
Fly pain too.
Bro, I'm constantly flying in pain. But you can't be a pilot or in the Air Force or anything if you're colorblind. So I'm screwed.
My friend, actually, the same guy who I was just talking about, he went in for his colorblindness exam, and he's done it several times. He's passed every time, and they got to green, and he couldn't tell the shades of green apart. It was basically, there's a C, and one is one shade of green, and then it's a slightly different color shade of green, and then you're supposed to say which orientation the C is in. So I guess you would just write it down. Mm-hmm. And he couldn't tell on the green, and so he wanted to be a pilot, and now he can't.
Yep,
and they tried. He's like, "Can I redo it?" And they said, "Yep, you can do it 3 times," and he failed all 3 times.
Yeah, that's how I am. Whenever I do those colorblind tests, I fail them every single time. And there's this one website, I forgot which one it is, but they sell like colorblind fixing glasses. And that one always says a mild Deutan. Deutan, which is, there's like 3 types, and then one that's like fully colorblind, which is you only see in like black and white. There's like Trina something whatever.
Yep.
Do know something whatever, which is like what I am, and then I don't remember the other one.
So you can't see what colors, red and green?
It's tough to explain because it's not like I don't see colors. It's just some look the same.
Okay.
Like, have you ever seen the test where like there's the dots?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, the image that's in the dots will just blend in with everything else. They look the same to me. They're not like different enough to where I could tell the difference. It's not like I can't tell the color. It's just like brown and maroon. Those mix like a lot for me. I can't tell the difference between brown and maroon, like a dark red. Those screw me up. I'm trying to think, I don't know how to describe the purple, but like a lighter purple and a lighter blue, those will screw me over. Greens, like a light green and a yellow, those will screw me over. But it's honestly not that bad. The only times I've ever it's ever impeded me, I think that's the right word, is just clothes, because sometimes I'll go out and my parents are like, what are you wearing?
Well, that's why you dress like me and you just don't care.
Exactly.
You wear literally shit that has never matched, ever.
Yeah, I used to dress better in high school. Like, I'd wear, like, actual cloth shorts, but now I just wear, like, the athletic shorts and t-shirts, and I just, as long as I don't look too homeless, then I'm good. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Whatever. Doesn't matter. If I was trying to impress anyone, it's not working. Hasn't worked for years. Pain indeed.
Hey, it's also not fair because we're also not leaving the house, so it doesn't really matter how we dress right now.
That's the best part about the rest of the semester is I'd never have to leave. Everything's back to being online, so I'm already failing statics, so I don't even know if it's worth, like, I'll do the work, but I don't know if I'll show up to lectures even anymore.
Man, fuck Miss Dozier.
Yeah, Ms. Dozier could suck a fat one. You know what else? You know what pissed me off?
Oh, no.
I was so pissed off. Yesterday, my, what do you call it? The managerial accounting person had homework due. It's like spring break. How are you going to assign homework on a Saturday?
Did you do it?
No. You kidding me? I found out at like 10 something, and I was like, you gotta be shitting me. There's really homework due, so I went on and I started doing it, and I was like, this is some bullshit. I'm not doing this. But then, luckily, right before this started, I got a notification that she extended the due date to tomorrow night, because she must have gotten like a bunch of angry emails or something. But yesterday night, I was like fuming. I was like, this freaking whore. I was saying it to my brother. I was like, this freaking skank just has something due in the spring break. Who does she think she is? I hope she gets hit by a bus. But luckily, she extended the due date, so the bus could swerve now. She could live just for a little longer.
I say, I know we don't really do podcast talk on the podcast, but I say since there's only two of us, maybe we make it a 45-minute episode?
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
15 more minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I got hella stuff to talk about. Like today, a lady called me and I told her, hey, we can't hold stuff. And she goes,
stuff?
Yeah, like we can't put stuff aside because the problem is most people don't come in and get it.
Oh,
so
okay,
we tell them,
you.
okay, what we want you to do is buy it online and then do the buy online, pick up in store.
Pick up in store, yeah.
And then we can put it away and then I'll give it to the person who's supposed to collect it. And she just was like, no, I can't do that. And I was like, huh? And
bro,
she just was like, please hold them. So I was like, okay, I'm leaving at 4. You should be here before 4 because you know my name, and I'm the only one here who knows what shoes are yours. She didn't show up. So you fuck her, piece of shit.
Bro, women
with
suck,
your diabetes.
Bro. Diabetes.
She was like, I have diabetes. And I was like,
what
I don't know what that's supposed to
Bro, I have diabetes.
She's like, please hold them. I have diabetes. I was like, okay.
Bro, I can't make it to the store today. I have anxiety. What does that have to do
I have
with
anxiety-induced diabetes.
I'm trying to think of something like completely irrelevant, and I couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, it was. And, of course,
Such
the guy who's closing doesn't do shit. So if she shows up and he's closing and she goes, where's Timothy? You aren't going to find me, bitch. I told you I leave at 4. And I was out of there at 4, bro.
Yeah. When I worked for my 2 days at Walmart,
yes.
I only had like one weird occurrence. And it was, I was pushing carts because, that's what I did. And there was like 3 kids, like 2 girls and a guy. And I think they're like my age, maybe a little younger. And the girl was like, catcalling me. She was like, oh my god, you're so hot. Let me get your number. They're like street trash, bro. She was like, one of them hood white girls. So it was just like, oh my god.
Bro, you should have slid in.
Bro, she wasn't terribly ugly, but I could not tell how old she was, so I was like, this is not worth it.
It's gonna sound weird, but I at work only get compliments from older women, and it's always like a few minutes after I clock in. Because it's happened a few times. And I guess the cologne I used to use was really strong, and they go, "You smell really good." And I was
compliments
like,
only on your smell, or do they say you're attractive?
No, they go, "You smell good." That's the only thing they say.
The only time I've ever got compliments from women have been like
my mom.
Pretty much, like my mom's coworkers are like, "Oh my God, he's so handsome." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, bruh, the ladies disagree. That always pisses me off. Well,
yeah,
I'm using piss off a little too liberally there. It's more of like an annoyance. Yeah. How they're like, they'll say all these kind of things like, "Oh my goodness, your son is so handsome. How does he not have girls all over him?" I was like, "Oh my God, this is so cringe."
My mom worked in assisted livings, and so I'd get that a lot as a kid. And
it's
it was
so
just like,
annoying.
It's like, bro, I'm 10.
Bro, I'm 10.
You're literally 100 and I'm 10.
Bro, that old lady wants the peen. Bro, yeah. She had 80 years on you.
Bro, it turned off.
I just went to sleep mode. Bro, I remember one time when my grandpa was still alive and at their retirement home, there was always like there was people there that were weird, and there's this one guy who I felt bad for because his dementia was really strong, but he would I would tell him that I was studying in engineering, and he was actually a really smart guy. He was like a mathematician and a professor that taught at USF, and
sorry.
You good?
Yeah. I heard USF and I almost threw up.
Oh, now I gotcha. Yeah, it is pretty vomit inducing, but he would tell me like bro, it's got money on it, so you gotta let it slide. The guy would always tell me like, "You look like my grandson," or "You look like my nephew," or whatever stuff.
Oh, and it's like, no shit, Sherlock, I look like a young kid.
No, but he would tell stories in circles. Like, he would say something, and he would go around of it, and then he'd start again, and then he'd start again, and it was a good story because I enjoyed it. I could listen to it a lot, but one of his sons or nephews, grandchildren, I mean, was studying at UCF to become like a civil engineer. So he would start telling stuff. What happened to the guy?
Yeah, no, the kid.
Oh, I don't know.
You said was, like he died.
Well, and like I think he already finished. I don't know if he's, reliving something that happened in like the 90s or something. Because I don't know how old he was, but he could.
47.
When you get that old, you recall a lot of things from when you're younger.
Should I make a HelloFresh tonight?
Yeah, why not?
There is no reason why not to. My feet hurt.
What else would you make?
I have burgers, pork chops, dynamite shrimp.
That sounds like it would make dynamite in the toilet.
I had it the other day, and it wasn't terrible. The problem is have you had like Bang Bang shrimp?
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is the breading is completely wrong. It's really? Like chicken nugget breading.
Oh, yeah, that's
flaky,
terrible.
like,
it's supposed to be like what do they call it? The one that Robert made.
Tempura?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like kind of like tempura.
Yeah, that kind of flakiness, but it is not.
Yeah, it's not supposed to have chicken.
It literally looks like they put chicken nugget breading. Like, there's little pepper spots in it. Yeah, but it wasn't bad. It was just like, I ate half the box and I was like, this is too much. Like, I didn't even finish it.
That was the best thing at Bonefish, was the Bang Bang shrimp. That's where we used to have it. And I remember I think they still do, at Bonefish, they have their tables are covered in paper, and they'll give you crayons so like kids could draw on it and whatever. They have it
at Hooters, and it's pretty good there.
Really?
I think Hooters should just change their name and go straight out for Cooters.
Cooters.
Just leave nothing left to the imagination.
Instead of like it's the owl, but he's in like the hole in the tree, and they make it look like a badge. Yeah. That would be so cursed.
Cooters. Bro, I'm telling you, I got plenty of ideas like this.
I've only been there once, and the one time I went, it was me, my dad, and my little brother, and I think it was before we went to like a Bucks game, the only one we went to as a kid. And my brother, because he was still young, he asked my dad, "Why are the girls wearing the napkins?" Because, like, you know,
Yeah.
they were really short skirts,
yeah.
so he thought it was like the tablecloth napkins. And we're like, no, Ben, those are skirts.
Yeah, we see the thing is I like the food there.
Really?
And I would order takeout from there because it's just weird. Like what do I do? Like, hey girlfriend, let's go to
Let's
Hooters.
go stare at some tits while we eat.
Like, and the thing is, it's not even like you're not even once you're in there. It's so weird to stare. Like it's so uncomfortable.
I feel like I'm at like I've never been to a strip club, but I feel like it's a strip club where they just feed you food and they're more moderately clothed.
It's really an odd thing, and the people who like to go there make me uncomfortable.
Weird. I mean, who like unironically goes
Mr.
to
Hunt? One used to go to Wing House all the time.
What's the difference between is Wing House like the same thing?
It's the same thing. They dress the same.
I think I've been to Wing House once, but I don't remember it.
I think I like Wing House less. I really like Wing House more.
I have no concept of what food is at Hooters. I don't remember it at all.
All we need is tenders in our life.
Bro, tenders is so good.
We need to go to Tenders again. Maybe when Blake comes back for the night that he's coming back for.
He's coming back?
He said he needed to come home for a night so he could get some security clearance.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that would be
Or
good.
maybe we could all go to Cooters together.
Oh, my God. Blake would be so embarrassed.
That would be so funny if we were just like, hey, Blake, we're going out to dinner. We're paying for your food, but we aren't going to tell you where we're going.
He's going to go like,
Yo, I feel bad because he's going to watch this now, and now our plan is ruined.
Bro, he's going to be staring at kids. Bro, I've seen sometimes on, like, Instagram or whatever, girls I know that went to, like, middle school or high school or whatever, they'll be working at, like, Hooters and stuff. It's like, oh, my God. I remember when you wear, like, a skirt with, like, butterflies on it and twirled your pigtails. Now you're out there showing off your tits to, like, creepy old men.
That's exactly, like, what is the allure of going there with your friends? Like, I'm getting hard with the boys.
Bro, time to go stare at kids with the boys.
Like, it's weird.
It's awkward strip club because it's, you know, the lights are on. Everyone's, like, eating and families will go there.
Yeah, and what do you think one of the, like, to me, my question to those people who like to go there is, like, what do you think? Do you think the waitress is going to, or wait, I want to fuck you right now.
If you go there enough, you
pull up my pants because it would take more work to pull them down. Pull up my pants and slide it in. Like, what do you think's going to happen?
I don't understand. That's like the, what do you call them? Like the simps, bro.
Yeah.
They go to strip clubs enough and they think the girl loves them, bro. The same kind of stuff. Bro, but I would probably fall for that. Bro, I am sus. And like I don't even know where I was going with that. My brain totally blanked. Yeah,
it's it was really weird being here alone again. It's weird. Yeah.
How many times have you been here alone?
A lot. I was here all winter break alone.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And
you were sick with COVID though.
Yeah. Oh shit! It's on fire! It's on fire!
Our listeners should know that Tim is setting paper on fire with the candle.
A wine voucher on fire with our candle.
I've seen that before. Like that wine voucher. Who? I don't even know.
I keep getting it from HelloFresh.
Yeah, they'll give me that, but don't you?
They know my age.
Exactly. If you're not 21, then why are they giving you wine vouchers? You can't even use it. Oh. Plus, that wine is like hella expensive too.
Yeah, it's probably expensive or shit.
I like wine though. Wine.
I've never had like a good wine.
I remember when we would go on like the European cruise, they would have good glasses of wine at dinner. There's this one type of wine called ice wine, which is they have they harvest the grapes in the winter and they let the grapes freeze, and it makes the wines like really, really sweet. And that's probably one of my favorite wines. They have it at Burns Steakhouse.
How much is it? Is it expensive?
It's like a $30 glass of wine.
Woo, boy!
It's hella expensive.
Man, look at that peak that I think I made with this.
Woo! That's what it was.
Man, now it smells like smoke in here.
Bro.
I still think it's hilarious that me and Robert didn't think the smoke alarm would go off if I vaped into it.
It's so stupid. It literally detects like the density of the what do you call it? The ppm.
Parts per million.
Yeah, of whatever in the air. If you blow anything in there, it'll besides like your breath.
Bro, some people got some stank ass breath though. You don't know.
I think if you took like a Windex bottle and you started spraying
it
in there, it might
would
go off.
Yeah, or like start an electrical fire.
Yeah, that'd be true. Does electrical
Actually, there's
fire
a battery
create smoke?
There. Yes,
really
it would then go off because of the smoke. Oh, I was looking at my Snapchat and somebody had posted who works at Lowe's. Somebody had thrown something up and it hit the sprinkler, and then the sprinkler broke and water came gushing out, and it was like flooding in Lowe's.
Oh my god!
They couldn't stop the water.
Bro, people like that are just straight trash.
Josh, we're missing a segment still.
Oh yeah, Josh's joke segment. I gotta think about it, so we gotta keep talking.
Yeah, that's fine. It's been a kind of quiet week. I mean, I guess I wasn't here by myself very often. Also, while I'm gone, you have to take care of my bell pepper.
Yeah, if you
just
text
gotta
me,
water
I'll water it.
I'll text you every day. Water my baby.
Bro, I got a joke.
Okay.
What did the dwarf electrician do when someone walked by him?
I have no idea.
He did a microwave. And that is the end of Josh's joke corner.
That was a weak joke. Real weak.
That was all from the brain.
I can't believe
I came up with that by myself.
Microwave, yikes.
I've heard jokes similar to that, like where the punchline is microwave and it's like a small wave, but I couldn't remember it, so I just made it up on my own, and that's what made it really bad.
That's the self awareness there is.
I tried. I'm not good at coming up with jokes.
Bro, we still have the bench under us.
Oh yeah, it's true. I need to put my legs up. My knees are hurting.
My hip, I could like barely walk at work because I pinched a nerve in my hip when I was at Disney. God. And it doesn't hurt until I walk on it or stand on it for a while, and then it gets bad.
Yeah.
Whoo, I got a DUI, baby.
DUI, baby.
So yeah.
Woo. Yeah,
hopefully next week we'll have at least Robert here.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Robert's here.
But wait, you're leaving on Thursday?
Yeah, and I'll come back on like Sunday.
Ooh. So we have
to just record it on Sunday again. But
that was a good oof, dude.
That was a pretty good oof. Bro, you should go to the Roblox headquarters and record that.
Yeah.
Put it in as the newest oof.
Oof.
There was terrible traffic driving here today.
Really?
There's some accident. It was like 4 cars, but it was
Were
stupid because no.
Okay.
Thankfully, I was not in it, but it was on the other side of the road. Yet so going like this way, they can't see, but going forward,
we'll just say north,
it was completely empty. But the people going the opposite direction was where the accident was. But we were still slowing down on both sides because people want to just look at it,
look and see the dead bodies get pulled out of the car.
It added I think 30 minutes onto it.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm tempted to go early ass in the morning, like 6:30 leave, because I'll be there probably with 20 minutes to spare. Like I'll get there probably at instead of getting there at 8:30, I'd probably get there at 8:10. Yeah, with no one on the road.
With no traffic. If the roads were not completely empty, but there was no heavy traffic, it would take me an hour 30, an hour 40 to get home. But with traffic, like today, it takes me around 2 hours to go back.
Once I'm out of Orlando, I'm okay, but
yeah, once you get to the Orlando area, that's when it gets really
but
congested.
I'll tell you what, I am speed when I drive here or there.
I was listening to my nostalgia playlist, singing to Katy Perry at max volume, just zipping down the highway.
See, the weird part to me about driving here and then driving home is that here I feel like I drive a lot faster, and then I get home and it's like all of the I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, oh yeah, like all the speed limits are way slower than they are here, and I always feel like I'm driving 80 in a 50 at my house.
Yeah. Especially because you live at like one of the neighborhood communities and they have speed limits in them, and there'll actually be cops in there, so you gotta drive slower. But my neighborhood is really small, so there's never any cops in there. But what was I gonna say?
F the police,
That's true. There was the one person who died recently.
Yeah, more than one.
Killed.
Multiple. There was 2, I think.
Really?
Yeah, 2 people got shot by cops. One in Minneapolis again. Which is like, hey, maybe cool down,
I was gonna... Wait, the cops or the guy who got shot?
Minneapolis PD. Just like...
I was gonna add to Josh's hot take corner, but I think this one's a little too steamy.
Yeah, let's just keep
with the way I said that, you could probably assume what I was gonna say.
Poor lady
to your own.
Poor lady thought she had a taser and not a gun.
Yeah, that lady's just actually stupid.
Which, hey, I shot my sister. I thought it was a Nerf gun.
What did you?
A real gun.
Oh. Bro, good riddance. Bro, she gets struck from the will. That's more money.
I think I'd get struck from the will, too, after that.
Bro, then that means you have to bribe your other sister to get back in it.
Which one? Both of them?
Both of these nuts.
Or I'll kill everybody and it'll just be me. And I'll be like, well...
You can't get caught, though. Now this podcast is evidence. Oh, we could just cut it.
Nah.
Nah.
All right. We'll see you Monday.
All right. See you Monday.